My name is Angelique Rasmussen. I joined the St. Matthew's Dream Team. It really was a dream team. The first year, 2012, I had the grade 2-3 combined class. Janine Fallows was in the grade 1, and Margaret Lee was in kindergarten at the beginning of the year. So yes, it was extremely exciting, and I was really thrilled that I got to be part of that. And I have to say that teaching at St. Matthew's was the highlight of my career by far. That was always kind of my dream, right? I mean, from knowing Father Augustine, I knew that I always wanted to be part of whatever school he started. And so I'd been at St. Patrick's in Maple Ridge for 5 years. And so when St. Matthew's started becoming a reality, I knew that that was where I wanted to be, without a doubt. Oh, it was amazing. Well, I remember so many things, right? There's so many happy memories that come back to me whenever I think about St. Matthew's. I remember walking through the school with Father Augustine and Janine and Margaret and Lauren. And they were kind of like showing us everything, and we had our keys, and it just smelled of new construction, and everything was so bright and shiny and beautiful. And it was amazing, right? I mean, and the three of us, Janine and Margaret and I, were just pinching each other saying, do you believe we're really here? And we were talking about like all the things that we hoped for the school, all of our dreams for the school, about how we would never be that group of teachers that, let ourselves give over to like negativity, right? We always wanted to like hold on to that vision of what St. Matthew's was from the very beginning, right? So no, it was amazing. And then I remember the blessing of the school, because we had the kids lined up in the hallway. Oh my gosh. And I remember thinking, I hope they behave. I hope they behave. I hope that when the bishop walks by, they're not like poking each other or, goofing off, that everything goes okay. And then as the bishop walked through and he was blessing everything with holy water, he actually splashed Lesha in the face. Yeah. And you'll have to ask her about that one, because she was just like, she was stunned, right? She really didn't know how to react, but she was trying to keep her cool and walk through everything so like graciously. Of course, she always did, right? I mean, that was Lesha, right? But no, it was amazing. I remember our staff meetings, right? It was just 4 of us, right, in the staff room. And yeah, it was just humbling and amazing to be part of that team in the beginning, right? It was absolutely the highlight of my career. I remember the first year that we had Stations of the Cross in the library. The first year we had our assemblies in the library, and then it was in Jubilee Hall. I remember, and then it was in the gym. But right, yeah, no, it was great. I mean, and for sure, Lesha was the right person to kind of spearhead that, because she definitely gave our gatherings not only momentum, but she also infused them a lot with a deep sense of spirituality, and knowing that whenever we gathered, we were always in the presence of God, right? And that was absolutely the right thing. I mean, and Deborah really took that up too when she came, right? I mean, she was definitely a very different style from Lesha, but she was also the perfect person to step in for St. Matthew's, because she just had that and still has that sense of calm and serenity and humility, but also a presence of stability and strength too, which really, she was definitely the right person to step in after that first year and continue leading the school in absolutely a great direction. I remember him and now Father Nick, back then he was Deacon Nick, right? They would come out and play soccer with the kids at recess, or they would like sneak into a classroom very quietly and just kind of, I remember Father Augustine saying, fractions, hey, okay, well, I think you're missing this point, and it was fantastic, because they blended into the classroom with all the kids, and didn't make a big deal about being there. They just wanted to be part of everything. And it was pretty obvious that it was important to them, in the way that they knew the names of all of the kids, right? From day one, they knew who everybody was. they made a point, I think, of being out there for every recess, every lunch break. And yeah, it was quite the synergy. It was pretty amazing. There are so many, right? I mean, like whenever I remember St. Matthew's, there are so many different fantastic memories that come to mind. But one of my favorites was the first year that I taught at St. Matthew's was when I became a Canadian citizen. And I remember that Immigration Canada contacted me to invite my class, my whole class, to come to my swearing in ceremony. And so that year, when I became Canadian, my whole class came with me, and they sat in a special part of the gallery, and the judge came over and talked to them about, whatever. They answered all their questions and that kind of thing. And Father Nick was with us. I remember he was one of the chaperones, and Lesha was there as well. And it was just a tremendous experience. That was a really good one. The parents, the church, the school community, all working together, right? To generate a group of kids. When you think about it, just look at the kids that have come out of St. Matthew's, right? They're brave, they're bright, they're risk takers, they are empowered, right? And that's what we want for our kids as they take on the challenges of the future, right? So what's happening at St. Matthew's, that's the model. That's the way that it should be. What I remember most is the community, right? And that we were all family, right? All of us were. And we did everything together. And I remember feeling such a sense of security knowing that, anytime my daughter was with any of the St. Matthew's families, I knew I didn't have to worry about her. I knew she was good, right? And I think that all of us felt that way about each other, right? Because it wasn't just the school, it was the community as a whole, right? And that's what's most special, I think, about St. Matthew's, is that is something that's when you belong there, you belong to that. And that was really, yeah, that's something that's really, not every place has that, but for sure it's something that was very much alive at St. Matthew's. And that's how it should be. I can't believe it's been 10 years already, but I just know that St. Matthew's is probably the most family, community-minded group that I've ever belonged to. And I have to say that I'm just so thankful that I got to be a part of that. And for me, the best years of my teaching career have been the ones that I had at St. Matthew's. And so thank you to everybody who organized this and who made it possible. And I'm sure that the community is still as fabulous, probably even more so than the one that I knew when I got to be there for those years. So thank you to everybody, and happy anniversary, St. Matthew's.